was writing my second novel, I decided to use a very different approach than what I had used with my first. This is because when I wrote my first novel, I had absolutely no idea how to write a novel. So I Googled, how long is a novel? Found out it's about 70,000 words and started writing until my word count hit 70,000. I've since learned that this form of writing has a name in writerly circles. It's called pantsing, which you may think of as pulling down someone's pants, but in this context means flying by the seat of your pants. Not only did I not have an outline, I had absolutely no sense of where the novel was going or who the main characters were going to be other than one of them. For all of these reasons, I probably wrote 16 drafts of that novel. And I don't mean 16 drafts with minor differences between them. I mean, I overhauled it. At one point, there was an entire religion I created that eventually got cut. Now, some of this is inevitable, right? Don't go into fiction writing if you aren't ready to dump a lot of what you write. But this experience felt excessive. So writing my second novel, I decided to do the opposite. I decided to outline the entire thing and stick to it. But this approach didn't work either because it was so boring. Oh my God, it was so boring to just take an outline and write a book based on it. I knew exactly where everything was going. Is it starting to feel like Goldilocks? When I wrote with a full outline, there was no surprise, no intrigue for me as the writer. It was sort of like reading a book or watching a movie where right before every scene, your friend tells you what's about to happen. And because I was bored writing it, when I finished it, it was kind of boring. As the author, you create the experience the reader is going to have. You are charting the path for the reader. If you're bored, your reader's probably going to be bored. I learned this the hard way. I ended up having to rewrite the entire thing again, but this time I used a kind of outline as I go approach. Think of driving at night with your headlights illuminating the next few feet before you pass into them. Using this method, I had some structure, but I could also discover where the novel was going instead of prescribing where it was going. I call this method headlight outlining, and you can learn more about it in my course, Tell, Don't Show: Breaking the Rules to Write the Novel You're Meant to Write. Leave your email at the link below and I'll let you know as soon as you can enroll.